millions of Canadians are preparing to watch the U.S. election on Tuesday night when Democrat candidate Kamala Harris and Republican nominee Donald Trump face off at the polls. The race to the White House is in a near-dead heat, with both candidates campaigning this weekend in critical battleground states. Mr. Trump told voters from North Carolina to Virginia to help ensure he wins the presidency, while Ms. Harris painted herself as the best person to run the country. Joining us now to discuss the impact the U.S. election will have on the Canadian economy is Brendan Caldwell, director at Caldwell Securities Limited. Brendan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. The way you made it sound like millions of Canadians will be watching on Tuesday, like a monster truck rally, and with probably just about as much parts flying all over the place.
Well, we have to make it exciting, but
it will be exciting. Like I've been probably very exciting. It's enough to make you grateful you live in Canada.
Now, many Canadians are eagerly watching, as you just said, I really pointed to, as Americans prepare to elect the new president tomorrow. What could a Harris or Trump administration mean for the Canadian economy?
It really is hard to say. Of the two, I know, sort of sampling most Canadians, they tend to prefer anybody but Trump. And yet, Mr. Trump's first action, or among his first actions as president, was to approve the Keystone XL pipeline. And the Biden administration, for whom Ms. Harris is the vice president, one of his first actions was to cancel it again. So it's going to be very tricky because the increasing mood in America generally, whether it's a Republican or a Democrat president, is protectionist, is mercantilist, it's America first. So it will be incumbent upon whoever is the prime minister in Canada during the next administration to be able to get along with the president, because that's really where the deals get done. Every congressman, every senator is interested in her or his own state or district, whereas it's really at the presidential, prime ministerial level that deals that are in any way in favor of Canada get done.
And there have been a lot of talks about trade tariffs. How might increased tariffs impact trade with the United States?
Well, it's been an issue. Throughout my entire life, the world has become more global, whereas we've been trading and been greater free trade between Canada and the US, between Canada, the US, and Mexico, the OECD, just trade organizations all over the world. This has gone the other way in the last number of years, where every country, but America in particular, has been more protectionist, wanting to reshore, onshore, bring back manufacturing to America. It would be a nice thing to be able to get America to think about itself more regionally, to not just onshoring to America, but friendshoring to close countries like Canada and Mexico, where there are free trade deals and where the risk of products not getting delivered is much, much smaller than, say, from China. So tariffs, the tax basically that a government puts on imported goods, has been a part of the platform of both parties, and I think could be problematic both globally, but for Canada as well, specifically.
And what does the U.S. election mean for the markets?
Well, the market's been a little bit down. I think that the market doesn't really want Ms. Harris to win. I think it would probably react negatively, at least initially, to a Harris win. Although, funnily, when Donald Trump won back in, 2016, the market initially reacted very badly. It was totally taken by surprise, and first thing in the morning came off precipitously, only to rally and close up. So, in short, political things, any political thing, especially elections, have the most transitory, the most temporary effect on the markets. They are not really long-term determiners of economic success, nor of the market direction, but they are something for people to talk about and react to.
Now, we do just have about 30 seconds here, but how do you think the U.S. election results will affect the way Canadians vote in the next federal election?
Well, I think it'll be interesting because if Donald Trump is elected, it will take a leader here in Canada that can get along with him. It's quite clear that leader is not Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
For better or for worse, they don't get on. So I think it would be helpful if as I said earlier, the Prime Minister and the President are able to communicate. Now, Ms. Harris wins, maybe that's a different scenario.